We have two circles and arrows inside these two circles. So let's go to the top left, the yellow arrows, and when we talk about survival, those arrows on the left of that left circle, it really is pointing to the Pacific Northwest and Northern California of the United States. And that's where it would be surviving in, say, right now during the winter time. In the spring, for example, then we get prevailing westerly winds that blow those spores as they're being produced, and they'll blow them over the Rockies. It's important to understand, too, that these spores can travel at high altitudes and are quite resistant to short-term environmental stress. So they can travel at high altitudes for long distances and eventually shower down on the crops. But that's these westerly winds that come from the west will blow them into Montana and southern Alberta, and at that point they can move northwards and northeastwards on the western prairies. That's the general pattern of distribution. But in 2000, I'm referring now to the brown arrows. In 2000, this particular fungus mutated, and rather than having a requirement for cool, wet infection temperatures, as is the races in the Pacific Northwest, this race was able to adapt to much higher temperatures. And of course that allowed it to spread out into the Midwestern areas of the Mississippi Valley and move northwards in the Great Plains, where the temperatures are higher and we don't have those cool night temperatures. And it's for this reason that I've separated these two sort of populations. But of course, these populations will overlap and mix. So for those producers that are in southern Manitoba and eastern Saskatchewan, these races will likely move up and develop and move into those areas of southern Manitoba and southern Saskatchewan. But of course there will be mixing of races, and so this is where we get a rather complex picture of this organism moving into